Hey y'all, so I wanted to do a quick tutorial on how I made those satin bows that I had in my last video for the loaded envelope slash loaded bag swap that I did. I used some templates that I have for bows, but you can make your own out of chipboard or even like a cereal box or something like that, like, you know, something that's a little thicker. I used some chipboard to make one. So for the ones that I made, this is the size that they were. So they're about 3.5 inches by 2.5 inches. So they're a pretty good size. What you're gonna need to do is make a template. So you'll get a piece of chipboard or a cereal box or something like that, something a little sturdier than cardstock. And you'll cut out a square that is 3.5 inches in width by 4 inches in height. And you'll have to cut like a little slit out in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the more center that you have it, the more even your bows are going to come out on each side. So I think it's about a 1 3/4 inch from this end and then from this end. So you just have to kind of cut like a little slit in there. So I just cut like a little piece. I cut on this side and then I cut on this side. And then I just try to like cut it up here. I probably should have went up a little bit higher, but you want to cut it at least up to here. So you'll need that. You'll need some ribbon. I use the 1.5 inch width ribbon, and I just use the one from Hobby Lobby. And this is a satin one. You can use the satin or the grosgrain. Like this one's a grosgrain ribbon that I made. You can use that one too. This one, just in case you want to know, is aqua. Is the aqua one. And then this one was the light pink. So you'll need that. You'll need some thread. I'm using this gold one, and this was from those We Are Memory Keepers sewing machines. They had clearances out at Hobby Lobby a while back, and it's a little thicker, but you can use any kind of thread. You'll need a needle. You'll need a thread and needle regardless, but if you want to put like a ribbon center, like on the ones that I did on my swap, I just used the gold thread as my center. I didn't put a ribbon center, but like this one, I put a ribbon center. You can just get some just plain ribbon. This one's 1/4 inch, and I think it looks good with the 1/4 inch. You'll need scissors, your glue gun if you're going to use the ribbon center, and I don't know if I said it already, but a lighter to burn the ends of the ribbon so it doesn't fray. You can also use some clips. I have these, but you can use the alligator clips just to help you hold the ribbon when you're putting it on there. So what I do is I don't pre-measure my ribbon. Like I don't measure out how much I'm going to need. I just take it from the roll. So this is the front and this is the back of my template. So you just get your ribbon and you start in the back. You can leave like a little tail on the back of your template. Kind of try to start like a little bit below that slit, the top of that slit. So you leave like a little tail. Oh, if you're going to use clips, I forgot. If you're going to use clips, right now is when you can clip it. And the alligator clips work better, but I just don't have any. So you wrap it one time in the front. Then you go to the back. I'm sorry, I'm trying to stay in frame. Wrap it to the back. So this is how the back looks so far. You wrap it one more time in the front. I'm actually going to put my ribbon on this side. Wrap it one more time in the front and then one more time in the back. So what you're going to end up with is 2 loops in the front and 2 loops in the back. So you'll go ahead and cut when you wrap it that second. Well, it's actually going to be 3 in the back. Sorry, it'll be 3. Because you'll have the tail end right here, a loop, and then the tail end right here. So you'll cut it right there. And you can put your clip on there. Like I said, the alligator clips are easier because you can like clip it here and they're longer. And then from there, they're longer. I wish I had some. So anyway, so then that's what you have on your template. Let me move this out of the way. So once you have that on there, you're going to get your thread and needle. Make sure you're, make sure that it's double knotted. And on the back side of your template, you're going to get the needle and try to kind of put it like in the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just try to get it as much in the middle as you can. And you pull it through. So you're not, you don't pull it real hard, but pull it through to your knot. It's right there. And then you're going to put your needle through the top of that slit. So there's your ribbon and there's my needle. So you want to have it on top. So if this ribbon's too far up there, you can kind of hold it down. So you'll put it in like that and then bring it back up the slit. And then do it 2 times. Okay, I got cut off on my other video and I thought I was recording again and I wasn't. So anyway, so I had already finished the bow. So I had finished this pink one and I ran out of that ribbon, so I decided to make one with this one because this is what I have left. So after you wrap it a couple of times, you can pull on this to make it a little tighter just to kind of hold it. But if you're using a cereal box or something like that and it's loose or it's flimsy, don't pull too tight because then it'll distort the bow. So you'll just pull on it a little bit after you wrapped it a couple times. And then you're going to pull this off of the template. And when you pull it off, hold it with one hand. And then pull your thread. And look, I have a little piece got messed up. But pull your thread as tight as you can. I mean, don't pull it too tight where it's going to pop through your knot's going to pop through the ribbon, but just pull it tight so the center gets cinched like that. And then wrap your thread. If you're just going to use the gold thread, you can wrap it like a few times because that's going to be your center. But if it's going to be just the ribbon going over it, then you don't have to wrap it that many times. Then, then you go through the back. This is the back side of the bow, and you know because the tails are back here. And you knot it. So I just put my needle under the thread. And knot it. I knot it a couple times so it'll stay. I'm actually gonna knot it one more because for some reason this gold thread doesn't get real tight. So that's that, and just tighten it and then cut your thread. And then trim your ends a little bit. This one I'm just going to barely trim. That's if they need to be trimmed. If you want them a little longer, you won't have to trim them. And then after you trim them, you run your lighter. You just run your lighter real quick over it just to secure it so it doesn't fray, because if you don't, then it'll fray like that. This one I'm probably not going to trim because it was already pretty short. So I'm just going to to the ends. Slide that in there. There's your bow. You can just adjust them, even them out a little bit, or fluff them up if you want to. So once you get the hang of it, they don't take that long to make. They're pretty quick. Oh, if you're going to use the center, the ribbon center, after you wrap the thread, just get your ribbon, your smaller ribbon, put a dab of glue in the back. This is the back. Put a dab of glue. Wrap the center ribbon around twice. And then put a dab of glue in the back again and lay it down. And then just burn the end of that one so that way it doesn't fray. And that's it. So that's how you make these bows with your homemade template. They're good to gift in Happy Mail or to attach to like that, how I did that loaded envelope. They're good to add to that. And once you get the hang of it, you learn it pretty quick and you can make them pretty fast. Alright, so if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.